You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in studio out of quarantine, Scottsdale, Arizona, joined by my co-host, Randy Angston. What's up, man?
Hey, guy.
Weird. No,
I know. I'm always like curious, like what's he gonna go with today?
We got rid of the nicknames a couple episodes ago, so got a great show for everybody today. We'd like to jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about what to expect when you do open. Now that we have been open this past week, we've got some hard data to share with everybody. It's going to be very promising because I know there's a lot of doom and gloom out there in the world of fitness, states that are still shut down, and there doesn't seem like there's any light at the end of the tunnel, and that sucks. But I want to give everybody some hope that there's some good stuff coming your way when you do get that chance to open. We'll go into also a little bit about some of these gyms that are defying orders and opening and what that looks like and stuff too. But before we get too deep into it, we've got a couple cool things coming up. Partnered with one of our Iron Circle members, John Farkas, we're going to do a masterclass on video and how to harness the power of emotional videos for your fitness studio. Something I really think is missing out there. There's nobody talking about this stuff, but John, he's got a gift. I mean, I'll be honest with you. One of the things I don't do very well is the emotion stuff that really moves people and creates video around it. I've never been really good at that. I've been working with John over the last month, and we've put together 3 different scripts. We've already recorded everything. They're in editing now, and he's going to teach us how to do it. And so for $247, he's giving away a 4-hour masterclass live where he's going to teach everybody how to do the emotional videos. And one of the cool things that we talked about on our Facebook Live yesterday is going to be, he's going to like force people to produce the video.
Yes.
So, it's not one of these, you go take it, I'll get around to it. It's going to be one of those, like, you're going to come out of this thing with a script and you're going to be ready to record. And he's going to probably have a Facebook group where he can share the final videos and stuff so everybody can critique them. But that's awesome. If you're interested in that, cool, that's available. Just shoot us an email. Or,
you have to reach out.
Yeah, this is a special link. It goes to John. It's not even to us, but John's, we're just helping him push it because he's an Iron Circle member, and I really believe in what he does. And so John's going to help us out June 2nd. So also, we've decided to go ahead and purchase that masterclass and give it away as a bonus for anybody that's interested in the CLA virtual workshop on June 11th and 12th. So if you want the CLA and you kind of want them both, buy the CLA. We're going to gift you as a bonus John's masterclass. So pretty cool there, but that's coming up. If you're in the fitness industry, which probably 99% of the listeners are. I mean, there's some business owners that listen in and stuff we've heard. And this is, I don't know, emotional video. You share them with me all the time. When you see a good one, you share it with me. I'm like, God dang, that's good.
Well, it goes back to, like, I mean, we talk about, like, the irresistible offer and copywriting and all of this. And ingrained in every bit of that is just the communication you're using to receive a desired result, right? And so we've talked about it, right? The direct response game is always just buy now because I'm slapping you in the face with an offer or a deal, you know? And that works for somebody who's in that position ready to buy. But when we talk about our awareness triangle and educating, somebody who is not even aware that they have an issue, let alone wanting to purchase your service or product, the way that you get them from A to B is through that connection, through that conversation. And emotion is what brings somebody along. Like they're now invested. They want to know more. They want the education. So I love that stuff. And that's been, we think a lot alike when we're kind of ingrained with the same thoughts or processes. But that's been a challenge of mine. I know that was a weakness of mine. And so I find big interest in that, in learning what emotions drive individuals. How do we can create that emotional effect so that we can kind of hook somebody and bring them along,
which is the most digestible content out there on the interwebs.
Thanks, Al Gore.
Yeah, Al Gore invented it. So check that masterclass out. and it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to do it because although I've been working with John directly, I'm actually going to sit in the course and take notes and be able to duplicate it over and over.
And with the course, and back to the live about the application of it, right? So John's got obviously the education behind it, how to go about it, do it, and things like that. But like he said, there's going to be some of it's templated, right? You know, you need to know who you're speaking to, your avatar client, what emotion you're trying to kind of instill with them. And so, like, it's not something where, you know, if you struggled in the past, you're not going to be able to understand. This is going to be very applicable. Everybody's going to come out of this with, like you said, a script that they can actually create a video with.
Yep.
So, and pfmarketingsolutions.com/automation for the
CLA workshop. Awesome. Okay, cool. Quick plug for that deal. I'll be on it, and I can't wait to jump in and learn. So today's episode, we've been open since Friday. So today we're recording on a Thursday. So that's 5 business days. We're not even into the 5th business day, and we've got some data to share. So one of the questions that comes up was like, are your clients going to be ready to come back? And a lot of people have run polls and, you know, trying to throw some weeks out there. What if we open on June 1st? Would you be, you know, kind of ready to come back? And as we get deeper into this, it seems like more people are ready to get back. And
Absolutely.
some of the poll responses from just the Iron Circle alone, but some of the other clients we work with, it seems to be trending people are ready versus scared. Now, there's always going to be a percentage of people that are scared. I know when Rick was on the show, it was like a third of the people were ready to get back. A third were kind of on the sidelines. A third were not going to come back. I think it's closer to 80% are ready to come back and 20 aren't. And so we opened on Friday, May 15th to a booked schedule, packed across the board. Our entire morning had 6 people in every training slot for semi-private training. In our 2 team trainings that we offer, you know, 6 a.m. and I think, what's the other one, 11 or 8 or 11, I think 11, 6 and 11. Both of them are capped at 12. Both of them had 12 and waiting lists for people that couldn't get in the first 12. So that alone told us, like, wow, people are ready to get back, because we announced that we were going to open a week prior to being allowed to. So just the way Arizona came out of the gate was, we were sick of it. We could tell our clients are ready to get back. We want to get back. We said on paper, we're just going to open the 15th, no matter what the Arizona governor said. On the 13th, he comes out in a press conference, we can open the 14th. So we were ready to open anyway. So,
and you should be too.
Great point. You should be ready to open. So as soon as you get the green light, you need to be open. We've talked a million times about that. I'm not going to beat that one down too much. But our classes were full, our sessions were full, and during the shutdown, we lost a lot of people. And I know there's some gym owners out there saying, "No, we lost one person," or I don't believe it. Everybody I've talked to, as far as the people that are close to me, they lost a lot of people. And when I mean a lot, I'm talking about anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 in recurring revenue lost. And for those gym owners that are only making $20,000 a month revenue, that's all of your money. And we lost, I think, about $16,000 in recurring revenue from people not just canceling, but freezing and like, hey, you know, this online stuff, we appreciate it, but I lost my job and I can't really do it right now. And all that stuff kind of came out. And we took them one at a time. We didn't blanket email and say, hey, guys, if you want to freeze, let us know. We said, hey, we're still open. We're just doing it online. And we just positioned it that way. And our clients loved it.
Absolutely.
They loved it. They have said so many times, you know, I've seen gyms in other states, and my friends they have nothing. They didn't even offer anything online. And we were first to the table. We're like, we got to get out. We can't sit back and wait. We got to come out with some online training.
There's still people in our business talk group that are still figuring out the Zoom thing, you know? And we're months into this.
Yeah, it's sad.
And so,
unfortunately, guys,
you have to strike all the irons hot.
You just got to do it.
You have to. We weren't given a choice, but you are always given a choice. Yeah. And that's what it comes down to.
Paralyzed by fear. And, you know, that's why we do these episodes, to tell you guys there's nothing to be scared of, just to go do it.
Yeah,
so
action.
So some hard numbers of the, 16 or so thousand we had disappear. We've got a little over 50% of that reactivated. So clients are back in, they're getting billed again. They're happy. The other half of the people either are never going to come back, or they've decided fitness isn't for them, or whatever it was, or they moved out of town, or they lost their job. That was the other big piece of this.
Absolutely.
It's like, hey, I would love to support you guys, but I'm out of work and I'm on unemployment right now, and there's over 30 million other people in the US
the same boat.
in
Yeah.
the same boat. So what do you say to that, right? We let people out of annual contracts. We did the right thing. We just, worked with each person individually to just work that out with them and whatever. So we got over half of those back now. Our sessions are good. There's still some people we're waiting to see. There's probably 8 or 9 clients that we have highlighted in orange, which means they're kind of waiting to see. They're still on freeze, but we'll probably get another 8 or so people back here real soon. And new clients. We've gotten new clients. We've haven't done much marketing. We did some Facebook ads that kind of flopped. We just relaunched them, so we're going to keep an eye on those. But we did some email and text message blasts through Keep. So we have our list segmented.
I got them.
We sent them out to all non-clients, and we just blasted them and said, hey, we're reopen again, and our offer here is 1 free month. And the way that looks is it's a free month when you sign up for a year.
Yeah.
So we advertise the free month. We get them in. We explain the deal. Some are like, oh, I thought it was a free month. I'll just go month to month. I can't commit to a year, and they just pay the regular month-to-month price. We don't lose many people, but the other people are like, cool. We give them a free month when they sign up for a year, and the way we're doing it is month 13 is free, not month 1. So,
yeah.
And the way I'm looking at it is, hey, they probably won't even remember by the end of the year. We'll still give it to them, but at least we can collect now and get back on our feet, and they understand that. One other thing that we did I say how many new clients we got?
No, I don't think you
We got
quantified
eight new clients. So we got 8 new clients since Friday of last week. So basically 2 a day, pretty much. 4 full working days, 2 a day. We got, I think, another like 4 or 5 people coming in this weekend, and some already scheduled for next week. All through the emails, by the way.
And what are they signing up for? Because things have changed.
Oh, yes. So we changed our business model, and I went deep into this on
a couple episodes ago, yeah.
And that alone has raised a lot of conversation on like, well, yeah, team training, boot camp, large group. Like, I kind of don't think that's going to fly right now. I'll tell you this. Originally, we were thinking people don't want to get in large groups and train and be sweaty next to each other. I don't think it's much of that, the decision why we decided to kind of scale back on our team training. It was more business oriented.
Absolutely.
So for us, I don't see the future of our business being driven by team training. It's the lowest paying client. It's typically the loudest client. The ones that always have an issue with something are always the lowest paying clients. But you just don't, business sense, it didn't make sense. And we've known these numbers for years now. I think we've done data a couple times now since, and we talked about in this episode, it was the lowest paying clients, which is our team training, was paying anywhere from $179 to $99. So just depending on when they join. So $99 to $179, they stay about 9.8 months. And the clients that pay $350 and higher stay 36 months. And all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly.
But until the shutdown, we were kind of like scared to just change. Excuse me.
Well, you know that you're operating with a percentage of your total revenue. You know what I mean? And if you just eliminate that.
And then when it all shook out, after the cancels and after the freezes and after we looked at our numbers, 10% of our revenue was team training. 90% was semi-private. Well, then we're like, well, this is even easier decision. Everything is pointing us in the direction of scaling back team training. So instead of ripping the Band-Aid off and taking it away, what we did was we raised everybody's rates $15, like across the board. So we'll get into that in a second, but we basically said, okay, we took our least attended boot camps and we just took them away.
Sure.
And we said, okay, these are gone. And now we pretty much removed about 60% of our availability. We squeezed everybody in. We capped it at 12, so now there's a little bit of like scarcity in there. And we gave everybody a free upgrade into semi-private training to get them used to training in the semi-private training instead of the team training. So we're doing everything to nudge them along.
Sure.
So we raised their rates. We got rid of sessions. and we gave them a
You
free.
teased them with what's
We're teasing them, and then by the end of the year, we're going to have it completely removed.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want to lose the 10% because we need it.
Sure.
And we just like, you know what? And out of that, I think we probably only lost about 3 or 4 team training clients because of it. So, okay, cool. So we still got the revenue, and the team trainings are actually a lot of fun, and we enjoy training and doing that with these clients, but we have a huge overhaul to our model coming up in January, and it's going to be amazing. And it's just going to be a totally different model in regards to how we operate the business. And I will go deep into that, and I'll bring Zach in on that one, and we'll talk about that later in the year, because I think the way we're going, the direction we're going with the 6-to-1 semi-private training and the new program-based training, where on Wednesdays we're doing specific things and on Saturdays we're doing specific things, is going to be the best change that we've ever made. And not only that, now we have a proprietary program that nobody can compete with.
Yeah, I love that.
And that goes into our whole being the differentiator and how, proprietary blends and stuff like that. So that's what we did. And now, and we also said across the board, everybody's going to increase. We're going to increase rates. We hadn't increased rates in 10 years. Never did. That was always my handshake promise to people, is like, hey, if you're always a member, you're always going to pay the same rate. Even if the other people are paying higher, you're going to be grandfathered into this deal.
I paid $30, I think, for years for.
And it's cool, right? Because you appreciate the loyalty, and you want to give back, and these are the folks that supported you. But times have changed. We are now required to spend a lot more to operate the business, and it's truly a business decision. And so we threw the $15 out. We made sure everybody knew. We talked about it on a live. We did we did text messages, we did emails, and we did calls, and we let everybody know there's going to be $15 charge across the board. We held our breath waiting to get pummeled from clients. One client came in upset. I think
we talked about that.
And I won't name names, but she's been here with us for 7 or 8 years, does everything, does every happy hour, comes to the holiday parties, and I hated to lose her, but she came in as a grandfathered rate, cheaper than our lowest semi-private training clients are paying.
No, team training.
Yeah, she right, I'm sorry. She gets semi-private training, but she's paying less than our lowest team training clients are paying because she's been here for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And she came in to argue the 15. And, I don't feel like this is the right way to say thank you. We supported you and all this stuff. And Zach got to talking to her. It's like, listen, client, we've got to actually raise you up to our semi-private training rate. So instead of going up 15, it's actually going to go up 115. Needless to say, we lost her, but it was just, if she didn't say anything about the 15, she would have still been paying way less, and she would have just paid the 15 and everything was fine. It was a big mess, crying on the phone. I had to get on the phone with her, and it was just a mess. I was thinking we were going to have to do that 10 or 15 times. We did it once.
One time.
So everybody else is paying the 15 and they're fine. And the way we looked at it is we said, okay, we have X amount of clients. If we raise $15 on everybody, and we just kind of divide that total new revenue by the average of what every client's paying, we could lose, anywhere from 12 to 15 clients, and we'll still be ahead.
Sure.
Revenue-wise, and we lost one. So we're way ahead.
Sure.
So we were expecting to lose people, but I thought it'd be a lot more, but it was one. So something to think about, guys. If you're scared, I was always like, I didn't want to have the conversations, but at any time you're going to make a change, it's now. And this is the time to do it.
That's what we've been talking about, a couple previous episodes. Like your clients are going to expect change. I know this week here in Arizona, especially, there's been some stories circulating as far as like restaurants passing along some of the additional
surcharges.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now you have a COVID surcharge on your receipt when you check. And for that client or that customer, it might be $2. On a $15, $20 meal, $2 it's a decent increase. You know what I mean, for one single
20%.
Yeah, it's exactly. And so it's got some media attention and things like that. But I think that kind of plays into our benefit when it comes to that as well. Clients are expecting change. there's no way around it. Like we talked about in the previous episode, there are certain things that have to happen now that are going to cost you more money to operate your business.
Mm-hmm.
You either take that hit entirely or you share some of that burden with the clients that are still showing up every day. And that's the decision you guys made. And that it happens to every business, but you can't always be handcuffed or fearful.
Well, the honest truth is every service that we've ever had has always increased our rates.
Absolutely.
Our landlord, our Mind Body is raising rates all the time. What else? Electricity, phone bill.
yes.
Everything goes up. But
Always.
why can't gyms do it? Why can't gyms do it? And the answer is you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're going to have a brutal conversation every once in a while. But take it from me, 10 years never raising rates. Raise it 15. I really wish we raised it to current rates. That would have been, we probably would have lost a lot more people. Because like current rates would be like, for this instance, this lady that came in, it would be like 115 instead of 15. We just kind of slid in the 15. We raised all of our current clients 15, but then we raised our new rates for new clients up several, I think $30 to $50 a level.
Yep.
And we signed up 8 at the new.
That's the beauty
new
of
pricing. And so we're getting clients in at a higher rate. And some of our past clients came in and they're like, can I get my old rate? And the answer is no. And they still signed up.
That was going to be my question. So we know that, we had a couple clients from team training move on. Mm-hmm. Do you have a hard number? It's still early. And I know that you're kind of not teasing them, but you're allowing them that upgrade right now. Mm-hmm. Has anybody just pulled the trigger and said, oh, well, totally, I'll jump into small group, with a new membership or upgrade my membership?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No, I think.
And did you set a time limit?
60 days.
Is that what they're getting?
Yeah, they're getting 60 days. We gave everybody that stayed on membership while we were closed the upgrade. Anybody else that froze and then unfroze, we didn't. And
that was a beautiful thing. That was
our way to say
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
And so that was what we were telling this one particular gal that came in. We were like, well, you're going to get, you're doing once a week, your income up. You can do twice a week for 60 days. And she was just so upset. It was a little bit sad, but, whatever. You got to move on from that.
Yeah, exactly. You take that in stride. Unfortunately, you can't run a business by the lowest common denominator. If one person's upset when you get a lot of 300, you're doing the right things, Yeah.
And so another cool thing that's coming out of this that, in this episode is to give you the truth of what's happening. Like, so a lot of our clients had never done online training before, and when they were forced to do it, and they kind of liked it. Like they were enjoying working out and staying active. Typically in Arizona, when the temperatures get over 100 and they get well into the 110s and 115, like I know in July there's at least 2 straight weeks of 115 degrees, and it's hot. So a lot of our wealthiest clients, the ones that pay the most, our $399, $499 type memberships, they have second, third homes.
Yes.
And they leave the heat and they go either into the mountains, Montana. We have clients going to Lake of the Ozarks. And typically those clients would freeze. Mm-hmm. And now the ones that have already left early May, they've already said they're going to stay on with the online training and pay us our full boat and stay on. It's not that they couldn't afford it. It's just we never had the option.
Exactly.
For them. And now since we were forced to do it, we've got this great tool that we can continue on, and we're going to save usually our freezes are 30%.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If we can cut that in half, we're in a way better position.
And you have a service now that is not tied to brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So not only is it that third, of the business that you can speak to, but it's everybody. You got clients in any state now.
Yeah.
At any time.
If they were a client with you, you built a relationship, and typically maybe they moved to Texas or Florida for a job. Now you can continue to stay in touch and train them and still generate revenue. Typically that person's gone.
Yeah, or drop a pole in the water and see if you can pick off, again, marketing versus the cost per acquisition versus can you pick up training clients from any state? Sure. With a small marketing campaign. You know what I mean? What is a Zoom client worth to your business? Let's figure out what it takes to acquire one and figure out if it's worth marketing to that client. But that's a new pole in the water for a business that didn't exist before.
So a lot of great things, guys. If you can just hold on, and I made a post about this today, the light at the end of the tunnel is there. It's not a train.
And there's some states that are getting, I think the pushback from fitness is starting to get some attention. Our buddy got, Frank, he he's got some intention. Somebody saw his petition. They want to speak to him.
Pick it up on the news.
Throw it on the news. Because it's, this is health. This whole pandemic has been about health. It's been thrown in our face. Like, just follow along because this is the healthy thing to do. And then you take away the health aspect for some of these states, every resident,
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem to make sense. So I'm starting to see the conversation or the phasing and stuff like that, even from these states that are still shut down, they're starting to get fitness back in kind of the conversation.
Yep.
I don't know if I shared it with you, but I think Illinois even came out and said they're going to start to allow one-on-one training,
Yeah, good.
as well as outdoor training up to 10. So
Do it in the
again,
parking lot.
yeah, exactly. Not your same. It's no different than the Zoom thing, right? You adapt and overcome. You figure out how to make it work, but you don't just keep your doors shut. You have the ability to go make money, go serve that client.
And I would tell everybody that the longer this goes, the more people are going to be antsy pants and wanting to get back in. So that scared person, I think there's a big shift that people are like, wait a minute, this isn't.
Well,
I'm not being told the truth. I need to think for myself.
Hard math from, I won't throw anybody under the bus or draw attention to people operating kind of outside the lines of what they're supposed to, or define right or wrong. That's your decision to make. But I know of a gym in New York that's doing very well, and he's averaging 5 to 6 new memberships a day. He's not near downtown. It's upstate. It's I don't even know the distance between. But there at the time there was like 40 cases in the entire county, and it was massive.
Right.
So the safety concerns. It was a risk-reward thing, and his clientele wanted him to open up the doors. They've been operating. He's not marketing. He's not drawing in a ton of new business, but people that get the word of mouth, through word of mouth, they're coming in. They're signing up for memberships. They've got no other opportunity, no other option.
And he is the option.
And he's the only one that's able to do it.
I think it's all about communication to your clients.
Absolutely.
And just being transparent with them, going into your Facebook groups with only your clients or only the ones hearing this message and saying, hey, guys, we're about at that point we need to open. We're thinking about doing it on this date. I just want to hear back from everybody. What do you guys think? And you're going to probably get a lot of support. I think people are sick and tired of being told what to do anymore.
How about this week? This week, it is what? Is today the 21st? The CDC came out this week and says that there's very low chance of the virus being spread by objects, like
on surfaces.
So now you throw that into the mix, and now the conversation isn't just, okay, social distancing. What about the thousands and thousands of dollars you invested to keep this place
Spotless.
clean?
Yeah.
And way over the top, beyond all of that stuff. There's nobody's reimbursing you for that expense. No. But at the same time, the psychology of the individual now is going to shift. It's, oh my God, I'm not afraid to go into the grocery store and touch the handle on the door. I just don't want the guy next to me coughing on me.
Yeah.
So gyms aren't necessarily going to be that.
COVID or not, I'd never liked people coughing on me.
Oh, I used to joke with Tim. Tim was a germaphobe before all of this, let alone.
So I'm okay with a lot of these changes. Believe it or not, I'm okay because I didn't like somebody sneezing.
The
around
airplane on the way to Australia.
Tell the story.
Go ahead. My God.
This is a good story.
This is before masks were like a thing, right?
Yep.
And we get on this airplane, and the guy, I think he was sitting directly behind you.
Right behind me.
It out of nowhere is like the deep, raspy, like Tim is sitting there waiting to get a lung cookie hitting his ear. This guy's coughing so bad.
Right in the back of my head. Just
What did you turned around, you gave him your little care package, lozenges, and I think a mask was in there, wasn't it?
No, I put the mask on him. I was like, hey man, you sick? He's like, no, it's allergies. Like, I appreciate you just going. I started putting it around his ear. We'll just go and wear this mask. And he's just sitting there looking at me, and I just like, yeah, you need to wear.
You need to wear this mask.
You need to wear this mask so you don't get me sick, but everybody else in this cabin's gonna catch your scuzz. And I just gave it to him, and he wore it. It was a freaking 12 and 13-hour flight.
long time, yeah.
And he was coughing in the mask and stuff, and I every once in a while I would hand him back a lozenger, and then it would be quiet for like 30 minutes, and then I would start coughing again. Yeah, I put the mask on the guy because I don't like somebody coughing on the back of my head for 12 hours. That's just how it goes.
But that's a wildly different thing than being afraid to step on an airplane because you have to touch the seat. or you have to touch the doorknob when you open the door to the bathroom, or you're afraid to touch the, drink that was handed to you because of this, that kind of
Fear.
I mean, that is massively different when it comes to how you go throughout your day. If you take that off the table, people are going to walk into a gym, no problem.
Yeah, they can share equipment.
Yeah, exactly.
And not worry about it.
We're not worried about that cross
So
contamination.
this is very, very funny. So that came out from the CDC.
Yep.
And then literally the next day they came out with the school guidelines.
Yes, I
and
saw that.
And the school guidelines contradict what
everything that they just said.
So they said they can't be transmitted on surfaces, but in the school guidelines you cannot share.
No
anything.
sharing of supplies
So
whatsoever.
then why? Why is that? If it can't get transmitted that way, then what are we worried about?
Oh, and those school guidelines are harsh. I don't see schools.
We're just staying with homeschool.
I don't think anybody's going to have a choice
my
for.
My daughter's killing it. She tested like 4 levels up from her grades.
Well, that's because she's teaching us.
She
at
teaches
this point.
She teaches the teacher how to teach the class next level. But so good news. I mean, the truth is your clients want to come back.
Yes.
Don't. And we got deep into the weeds on this in a past episode where people are scaring you into thinking your clients are never coming back. That's not true. I'll tell you that new clients are coming in, and you're going to get your old clients back, and you're going to come out of this with at least a shotgun education on how to do the online training that you can carry that into other services, and you're going to have new people coming in, and this is the time when you reopen to make those massive changes that you've been always kind of on the fence about, like I was. I was on the fence about team training. I knew it wasn't our best thing to have. We like training. It's easy to sell, but at the end of the day, that's not going to drive the business forward. We wiped half of it out. We raised the rates. We did a bunch of stuff, and it was all accepted because they expect to have change. Your clients expect to have change.
Exactly.
So do it. So don't be afraid. If you're ever going to do it, you're going to do it now. If you don't do it now, you're probably never going to do it. So that's the takeaway from today. Look at your business model. Know that when you open, you better be ready. I mean, we've been telling you that for weeks. Be freaking ready to open the doors, and don't be sitting at the green light whenever all the other gyms are driving past you, taking all your clients away. So kick in the pants, another get your mind right episode. But you need to hear it over and over. We know this. So that's it for this show. That was a good one.
Love it.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that, again, we're in the weeds. This isn't just theory. This is application. This is usable data. This is real. This is Tim's gym.
Yeah.
It's direct from the big guy's mouth.
From the horse's mouth. From the horse's mouth. Man.
But it's a lot different than somebody who doesn't own a gym, doesn't operate a gym, telling you to run a marketing play because your people are not going to come into your gym.
Yeah. I'll just throw this out there. Never work with anybody that isn't currently in the business. Just don't do it. I mean, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches because it's all theories and hearsay of what this other gym's doing. If the person selling you the plan also owns a gym that is operating and full capacity, and maybe they're in the business, but maybe they're out of the, but they still own it, then maybe listen to them at that point. But anybody else, just don't give them the time of day. I mean, just giving you a heads up. Just don't do it. And there's going to be people out there like, well,
yeah, what about these professors? And but
no, there's going to be people out there that are like, well, you can't learn. I mean, of course you can learn somebody just because they haven't done it themselves. They know how to do it. Well, maybe.
It depends on what you're putting, what you're getting out of them as well. You know what I mean? Like if it's the marketing side of something, they better damn well be good at marketing and have a resume in marketing and know your industry and things like that. But a lot of it's just fear driven.
Yeah. So just want you all to be smart. Think for yourselves. I think this is the biggest transition for gym owners to start really looking at what's really going on. So just, use your. Somebody said the 6 inches between your ears.
Yeah, I love that one.
Use that, okay? Because you all have one, and if you've gotten as far as actually opening an operation, you've got a pretty smart brain in there. Use it, okay?
Yeah.
All right. That's it for this episode. Until next show, keep changing lives. See you. Bye.